Just say this. One word and you'll attract anyone. There's one word that changes energy the moment it's spoken. It doesn't control others. It aligns you. Stay till the end. That's when you'll learn what true magnetic presence feels like. The hidden power. We live in a world obsessed with outward appearances, with manufactured charisma, with the fleeting allure of the perfectly curated self. We are taught to project, to perform, to become someone we believe others will find acceptable, desirable, attractive. This is a profound misunderstanding. This is the root of the struggle, the constant effort, the gnawing anxiety that accompanies every social interaction. You spend your energy building a facade, a carefully constructed illusion, only to find that it requires endless maintenance. And beneath it all, the true self, the authentic core of who you are, remains hidden, unexpressed, unappreciated. This is where the true power resides, dormant, waiting to be awakened. Think of it this way: a magnificent tree does not scream for attention. It simply is. It stands tall, deeply rooted, reaching towards the sky, its branches extending with an effortless grace, and in its very being, it draws life. Birds nest in its boughs, creatures find shelter beneath its leaves, the air around it becomes crisp and clean. It does not manipulate, it radiates. Its attraction is not a tactic, it is an emanation of its very nature. This is the hidden power I speak of. The power that emanates not from what you do to attract, but from who you are when you are fully present. It is a resonance, a frequency that your inner being broadcasts into the world. And the world, the people within it, respond. They sense it, they feel it, they are drawn to it, not because you are performing, but because you are genuine. The one word is a symbol, a key. It represents an entire philosophy, a way of being that, once understood and cultivated, creates an undeniable pull. It is a word that, once fully absorbed into your consciousness and expressed through your very existence, makes you magnetic. Not in a superficial way, like a cheap trick, but in a profound, soul-stirring way that attracts authentic connection, genuine respect, and deep understanding. It is the antithesis of manipulation. It is the essence of true influence, which comes not from taking, but from offering the strength of your authentic presence. This journey begins not by looking outward, but by turning inward. It begins with the understanding that the most powerful force of attraction is not found in what you say, but in the silence from which your truest self speaks. Just by inner resonance. What does it truly mean to attract? Is it to be liked by everyone? To be sought after for shallow reasons? To momentarily capture attention only to see it quickly fade? These are fleeting victories, empty calories for the soul. True attraction, the kind that endures, the kind that fosters deep connection and mutual respect, is a form of inner resonance. Imagine two tuning forks. If one vibrates at a specific frequency and you bring another untuned fork near it, the second fork will eventually begin to vibrate at the same frequency. It doesn't try to vibrate, it simply responds to the energetic input of the first. This is how inner resonance works in human connection. When you cultivate a strong, clear, authentic inner state, you become that vibrating tuning fork. You send out a specific frequency, a signal that is perceived often unconsciously by those around you. This signal is not about your physical appearance, your possessions, or your social status. It is about your energetic signature, your emotional stability, your mental clarity, your sense of purpose, your unwavering presence. In a world saturated with anxiety, distraction, and superficiality, a person who embodies genuine inner resonance stands out like a beacon. They possess a quality that is rare and precious, an anchor in the storm, a quiet strength amidst the chaos. This resonance is the foundation of genuine influence. People are drawn to those who are secure in themselves, not because they are arrogant, but because they emit a sense of calm authority. They are drawn to those who possess clarity, because it offers a sense of direction in an often confusing landscape. They are drawn to those who are authentic, because it feels safe to be real in their presence. This isn't about projecting an image of perfection. It's about owning your imperfect, evolving self with a quiet dignity. The modern anxieties of loneliness, comparison, and the relentless pressure to keep up are all symptoms of a disconnect from this inner resonance. We chase external validation, believing it will fill the void, when the true source of attraction lies within. When you resonate from a place of authenticity, you don't chase people, you invite them into your orbit. You don't convince, you inspire. You don't demand, you offer. This is the shift from performance to presence. Thachur's still mind. The first habit, the bedrock upon which all true attraction is built, is the cultivation of a still mind. Your mind, in its natural untamed state, is a restless beast. It jumps from thought to thought, worry to worry, memory to future anxiety, rarely settling, rarely finding peace. This constant internal chatter, this chaotic mental landscape radiates outward. It manifests as nervousness, as distraction, as an inability to truly listen or connect. A cluttered mind repels. It creates a barrier, a wall of mental noise that prevents genuine connection from forming. Imagine trying to hear a delicate melody in a crowded, cacophonous room. It is impossible. A still mind, however, is like a calm, clear lake. Its surface reflects the sky with perfect clarity. When your mind is still, your perception is sharpened. You become truly present in the moment. You hear not just the words spoken, but the unspoken nuances. You see not just the surface, but the depth of another human being. This clarity, this deep presence, is profoundly attractive. It signals a quiet strength, an unshakable inner foundation. Science supports this. Practices that cultivate mindfulness and stillness, such as meditation or deep diaphragmatic breathing, activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This reduces cortisol levels, lowers heart rate, and promotes a state of calm. When you are calm, your body language softens, your voice deepens, your gaze becomes steady. These are all subtle, unconscious signals of security and approachability, which are inherently attractive. How do you cultivate this stillness? It is not about emptying your mind of all thoughts. That is a misconception. It is about changing your relationship with your thoughts. It is about observing them without judgment, allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky, rather than latching onto them and being pulled into their current. One powerful practice is the 3-breath rule. Before you engage in any significant interaction, before you speak in a meeting, before you enter a conversation, before you react to a comment, take 3 conscious deep breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling your diaphragm expand. Exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling the tension release. This simple act recalibrates your nervous system, brings you back into your body, and creates a small but significant space between stimulus and response. In that space, clarity emerges. Another practice is pause before you speak. In our rapid-fire conversations, we often interrupt, anticipate, or formulate our next response while others are still speaking. This signals a lack of presence and an egocentric focus. Instead, consciously create a brief, silent pause after someone finishes speaking, before you respond. Let their words settle. Let the silence hang for a moment. This communicates deep listening, respect, and considered thought. It projects confidence, not hesitation. It shows you are not reactive, but responsive. This stillness, this intentional pause, is the one word made manifest in every interaction. It speaks volumes without uttering a sound. It is the foundation of true presence, and it is undeniably magnetic. Focused intention. A still mind provides clarity, but clarity without direction is like a compass without a destination. The second habit, essential for cultivating magnetic attraction, is the development of focused intention. In a world awash with distractions, where attention spans are measured in seconds and purpose often feels elusive, a person who possesses clear, unwavering intention stands out dramatically. People are instinctively drawn to direction, to purpose, to a sense of meaning. When you know who you are, what you stand for, and where you are going, you become an anchor. You become a guide. You become someone whose presence offers a sense of stability and reassurance. Consider a ship without a rudder adrift at sea. It is at the mercy of every current, every storm. No one willingly boards such a vessel, but a ship with a clear course, expertly navigated, inspires confidence. Even if the journey is challenging, the certainty of its direction makes it appealing. Your life, your interactions, your very being are that ship. When your intention is scattered, your actions become erratic, your words lack conviction, and your energy feels diffused. This creates a sense of instability, which can inadvertently repel others, not because they dislike you, but because they sense a lack of grounding. Focused intention isn't about having all the answers or being rigid. It is about living from a place of core values and a clear sense of purpose. It's about understanding your why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you believe what you believe? When your choices, your words, and your actions are aligned with these deeper intentions, they carry an undeniable weight. They resonate with authenticity. Psychologically, this alignment fosters what is known as coherence. When your internal values match your external behaviors, you project integrity and self-assurance. This is not arrogance, it is quiet confidence born of self-knowledge. This coherence is a powerful attractor. How do you cultivate focused intention? Begin with the value compass. Take time in silence to identify your top 3 to 5 core values. Are they integrity, compassion, freedom, growth, creativity, community? Write them down. Then, for a week, at the end of each day, reflect. In what ways did my actions today align with my core values? In what ways did they diverge? This consistent reflection sharpens your awareness and helps you course correct. It's a continuous process, not a one-time task. Next, practice the boundary statement. Many people struggle to set boundaries because they fear rejection or conflict. But a lack of boundaries signals a lack of self-respect and a diffused sense of self. When you are clear about what you will and will not tolerate, what you will and will not engage in, you communicate your intention and your worth. This is not aggressive, it is assertive. For example, if your value is respect and someone consistently interrupts you, a boundary statement isn't a harsh rebuke, but a calm assertion of your intention. I intend to give you my full attention, and I ask for the same in return. Could we allow each other to finish our thoughts? This doesn't push people away. It draws them closer, inviting them into a space of mutual respect, which is itself a deeply attractive quality. Focused intention is the one word of your purpose, spoken not through your mouth, but through the unwavering direction of your life. Embodied action. Ultimate manifestation of the one word is to live with embodied action. This means aligning your words with your deeds, your intentions with your actions, your inner truth with your outer expression. This is where true congruence is forged. This is where your presence becomes palpable, where your resonance becomes undeniable. Your actions speak a silent language, a language that is far more persuasive, far more attractive than any spoken words. Inconsistency, the gap between what you say and what you do, erodes trust and undermines your credibility. It creates a dissonance, a subtle feeling of unease that repels. Think of a master craftsman. His tools are an extension of his will, his hands move with precision, his focus is absolute. He doesn't just talk about creating, he creates. The finished product, born of his embodied action, speaks for itself. It carries the energy of his discipline, his skill, his unwavering commitment. Similarly, when your life is an expression of your deepest values and intentions, when your actions are congruent with your inner state, you become a living testament to your truth. This is not about performing for others. It is about honoring yourself. It is about taking full ownership of your journey, your choices, your impact. This level of integrity is incredibly rare and consequently incredibly attractive. Why does embodied action work? Because it demonstrates reliability, self-respect, and courage. It shows you are not merely theorizing, but living. From a psychological perspective, this consistent alignment builds self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed in specific situations. When you consistently act in alignment with your intentions, you strengthen this belief within yourself, and this confidence radiates outward. People are drawn to those who are capable, dependable, and who lead by example, not by empty rhetoric. Your body language, your posture, your eye contact, all of these become expressions of your embodied truth. You walk differently, you stand differently, you engage differently when your actions are rooted in genuine conviction. To cultivate embodied action, practice the integrity check. Before committing to something, whether it's a promise to a friend, a new project, or even a simple appointment, ask yourself, am I 100% committed to following through on this, in alignment with my values and capacity? If there's any hesitation, reconsider. It's better to say no with integrity than yes with a high likelihood of not delivering. This protects your most valuable currency, your word. Secondly, embrace the small courage step. Often, we avoid taking action because of fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting in spite of it. Identify one small action you've been avoiding that aligns with your values or intentions. Perhaps it's having a difficult conversation, starting a new healthy habit, or taking a risk on a creative endeavor. Then take that single small step. It doesn't have to be perfect. The act of taking action, however small, builds momentum and reinforces your commitment to your authentic self. Each small step of embodied action reinforces your stillness and sharpens your intention. This is the one word made visible, tangible, and profoundly attractive in every aspect of your life. Thus, magnetic flow. Now, let us examine how these three fundamental habits, cultivating a still mind, establishing focused intention, and engaging in embodied action, synergize, creating not just individual improvements, but a powerful magnetic flow that draws people into your authentic orbit. Each habit, while potent on its own, amplifies the others, forming a self-reinforcing loop that continually strengthens your core presence and, by extension, your attractive power. This is not a linear progression, it is a dynamic, interconnected system, like the intricate balance of nature. Then comes embodied action. This is where your intentions cease to be abstract ideas and become manifest realities. Each action, taken in alignment with your focused intention, reinforces your sense of purpose. It builds conviction, not just within yourself, but also in the minds of those who observe you. And every congruent action, every commitment fulfilled, every boundary honored, further strengthens your inner stillness. Because when your inner and outer worlds align, there is less internal conflict, less mental chatter, less energy wasted on justifying inconsistencies. Your mind becomes calmer, clearer, more centered, ready to refine your intentions further. It is a virtuous cycle, a spiral upwards. This magnetic flow is what allows you to move through the world with an effortless grace, a quiet power. You are not trying to be attractive. You are attractive because you are fully being. This is the subtle shift that 99% of people miss, stuck in the transactional mindset of what can I do to get X, rather than the transformational mindset of who must I become to embody X. The final, crucial insight is this. The moment you truly embody these habits, the moment your one word of presence becomes your entire being, you must release the need for external validation. Paradoxically, the moment you let go of the attachment to attracting anyone, you become infinitely more attractive. The pursuit itself, the energetic clinging, is a subtle form of desperation that repels. When you are rooted in your stillness, clear in your intention, and unwavering in your action, you become complete within yourself. You no longer seek completion from others. This self-sufficiency, this quiet confidence, is the ultimate magnet. It communicates to others. I am whole, I am strong, I am present, and I welcome you into my space, not because I need you to fill a void, but because I have something authentic to share. This is the pinnacle of the magnetic flow, the effortless attraction that arises from a state of inner wholeness. It is not a strategy, it is a state of being. Dark silent language. This journey is not about manipulating others, it is about mastering yourself. It is about stripping away the layers of expectation, of fear, of societal conditioning to reveal the powerful magnetic core that lies beneath. When you cultivate stillness, you gain clarity. When you clarify your intention, you gain direction. When you embody your truth through action, you gain integrity. And in the synergy of these, you gain an undeniable presence that attracts, inspires, and connects. You become the tuning fork that resonates, and others, sensing this truth, align themselves with your frequency. This is a lifelong practice. There is no finish line, only continuous refinement. Each moment presents an opportunity to return to your stillness, to check your intention, to align your actions. This is the true path to attracting anyone, by becoming someone worth being attracted to, by becoming truly, profoundly, authentically you. Let your life be the one word that speaks volumes. Which habit are you going to start first to cultivate your inner presence? Drop your choice below. Let's inspire each other.